Everyone, surprise, substitute teacher tonight. Cindy Dennis is celebrating her birthday, so she asked me to hop on and do a devotional tonight for you all. And the Lord had me think about the story of Gideon. I was at a worship service at my church a couple weeks ago, and I just felt like the Holy Spirit say these two words, fire within. And I'm like, where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? And then all of a sudden, I just remember about 10 or 11 years ago, when I was first starting my photography business, I had this visual that the Lord was giving me that I was like Gideon. I was using very, very old equipment at the time, but I was using it to help reach people, using it to further the kingdom, connect with people, open doors through just using, what are they called? Refurbished gear, older gear. I had all this stuff. I couldn't afford all the newest stuff, but God was opening doors for me at that time. I've met mayors. I've worked with representatives. I worked with, delegates. I've been in nonprofit situations. I've flown to Colombia with my gear, my old refurbished gear. And so God has always had this theme in my business of like, you're Gideon, you're going out, you're not traditionally schooled in any of the things that I do. I've had to be self-taught, and the Holy Spirit has taught me so much in the last 12 years. And so there's been this recurring theme of Gideon throughout my business, throughout my life. And so when I was at this worship service, the Holy Spirit reminded me of the fire within. And so I went to study about Gideon again, because you know what? The Holy Spirit can remind you so many things and so many reminders throughout your life in different seasons, different things that you're in. And so I was studying about Gideon. I was studying about how he was the weakest of his tribe. He was like the lowest of the low, hiding, threshing wheat in a wine press, which was not usually done. But I mean, you're doing it because you're hiding, you're scared. And this angel of the Lord comes to him and is like, mighty warrior, go, fight, win, very Incredibles kind of speech, like, you're the one, I've picked you. And he's like, who, me? And he questions the angel of the Lord. He does everything in secret. He pulls down, he was asked by God to pull down this idol, and he did, but he did it like in the dark, so like hush hush, so like nobody would, mess with him. And then he's like, oh, well, I don't know if it's the Holy Spirit speaking. I don't know if it's God speaking. So, like, give me a sign, God. Give me make the fleece wet, make the fleece dry, all this stuff. I want to test. And then finally he's like, fine, I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Which is kind of the theme of everybody's life that follows God, is like, God, why are you wanting me to do this? And then we go into it so hesitantly. And so he finally, gives God the okay, like, I'm available, I'll do it, fine. If there's nobody else, I'll do it. And then his group of guys, he has like, I don't even know how many guys. Let me read in. This is Judges 6. So now I'm skipping through many, many verses in the Bible. Okay, this is the Christal Living Translation here. 30,000 Israelites to help him win this battle against this hundreds of thousands of bad guys. But God's like, but wait, there's more. I want you to take those 30,000 guys, and I want you to just ask them point blank, who's scared of doing this? Who's scared about going to against the bad guys? 20,000 left in one day. Talk about terrible marketing. Like, we're gone, we're done. So he was left with 10,000 guys, and God's like, but wait, there's more. You have too many, because I don't want it to be you. Okay, I don't want it to be you. I don't want you to be like, it was me, JK. Okay, so they took those 10,000 guys and said, I want you to go give them some water. They're thirsty. It's the desert. It's hot. So give them some water. And they said, only the guys that do their hands like this to drink the water, instead of just like splashing in it and being really careless, like, animals or whatever, will be your guys. So only 300 guys were alert enough to be there. So he against an army of hundreds of thousands, he only had 300 creme de la creme guys that were left. Okay, and then the climax of the story is he is asked by a guy, like, okay, now you can go defeat the bad guys. And he's like, I got 300 guys we got nothing. We got no, I mean, this is like, Israel is dirt poor at this time, okay? So they have nothing, they have no weapons, okay? They are losers, okay? They're just a bunch of losers. And so God's like, I got you, bro. Just get some trumpets and some pots and some torches. You're good. Go to the top of this hill, and don't worry, I got you, okay? I got you. Just trust me. And so Gideon takes his 300 men. They go to the top of this, ravine, kind of like a Grand Canyon kind of look, visual, where they're on the top and it's pitch dark, and they blow their trumpets, do do do, and then they just bust open these pots that have torches inside, and the noise and all the distractions and all the confusion and the echo in the canyon, and the bad guys start killing themselves. Okay, so this is a story that God wanted me to share with you guys tonight, because I don't know why, every time that I go in to share, do a message, God is like reverberating a particular Bible story. And so this was a story that he wanted to share with you guys tonight about having the fire within, and having, at that time, clay pots were an everyday use item. They didn't have Ziploc bags, they didn't have plastic containers, they didn't have Tupperware. So the clay pot was every day. Everybody was using them for all sorts of storage, all sorts of everyday items. So he's taking these everyday, regular pots with an everyday stick, with an everyday fire, with the everyday, trumpet. Of course, it's not like your Louis Armstrong trumpet. It is literally a horn of a goat or a horn of a ram. It's just a horn, okay? There's nothing fancy. It's just, they drop them every year, okay? So you can just pick these horns up on the side of the mountain, okay? It was very common, like antlers, they fell off. Okay, so these are regular items. These are not special items. These aren't custom-made items, okay? These are regular items that regular people could find, regular soldiers going out to do what God wanted them to do. And God wanted me to remind you guys that you are regular people with regular skill sets, but God is going to supernaturally use everyday people with everyday things, what's in your hand, okay, in your mind, in your brain, to do amazing things. And we have this fire within us, within the vessel, just like he broke that vessel. We are a vessel, according to the Bible. We are treasures in jars of clay. We are those alabaster boxes that are broken. We are just vessels that house the Holy Spirit. And so when you are broken, when you feel like you're at the end of your rope, when you feel weak, when you feel crushed, when you feel broken, guess what? That's when the fire comes out, and that's when the Holy Spirit is able to shine and able to give you the words, able to give you the energy, the creativity. When you don't think you can do it, he got you, And so that's just something I wanted to bring up today. That we have this fire within. So in your workplace, you have that fire within. In your school, you have that fire within. In your, in your home, sweeping the floors, doing laundry, being with those kids every day, like I am, been at home for 12 years. Like you have the fire within you to have the Holy Spirit guide you to know what to say, to know what to pray for, to intercede on behalf of the people at your work, people at your job. And we are just regular vessels. We are just regular people that the Holy Spirit infills, infuses, and gives us the power. And we don't even have to fight in our own strength. That's the story of Gideon. They didn't even touch the bad guys. They literally didn't even need to touch them or do anything. They just came out with Holy Spirit fire. They came out with the power. They started worshiping. Blowing the trumpet is a sign of worship. They're yelling for the Lord and for Gideon. So this is a worship. So their worship became their weapon, guys. So you don't have to worry about all the stuff that's happening, or it's on you. It's your fault. It's your responsibility. It's your weight. It's your worries. Give it to God. Worship before going into battle. Worship before anything. Start playing that music at home. Start playing it in your car. Start playing it when you're walking around the neighborhood. Start your day with worship. Start speaking over the scriptures in song form. Do something so that you can have this Holy Spirit fire. All right, guys, there you go. Fire within. Want to encourage you today as my mom is celebrating her birthday. And hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Much love, guys. God bless.